The architectural blueprint of higher densities represents a fundamental shift from passive existence to active, conscious creation. It is the transition from 3D survival mechanisms, where relationships are dictated by ego, reactivity, and autopilot habits, to the 4D, 5D frequency of conscious, intentional love, harmony, and unity. This architecture is not found, it is built. The shift from autopilot to architecture. Lower densities often operate in a state of survival instinct, characterized by reactive patterns and emotional drifting. Higher densities, however, require intentional architecture, a conscious proactive design of your internal state and external reality. You stop blaming circumstances and become the architect of your experience. You no longer rely on external validation or spontaneous feelings to dictate your actions. Generating love through willpower. In lower densities, people wait to feel love before they act. In higher densities, love is generated as an act of will, acting as a self-sustaining power source. You consciously produce love, compassion, and appreciation regardless of immediate feelings or external circumstances. The higher realms function on perfect order, meaning your internal state must align with harmony, discipline, and intentionality to match the frequency of those realms. You act as the guardian of your relational space, intentionally planning and prioritizing the connection rather than letting it drift. Energetic mechanics. Friction versus flow. The blueprint operates on a different set of energy dynamics. Low energy, high friction, minimum effort, apathy, or reactive behavior creates emotional friction and spiritual exhaustion. High energy, infinite power, high, deliberate energy expenditure, conscious attention, intentional communication, does not drain you. Instead, it plugs you into an infinite, self-sustaining power source, because you are aligning with the natural flow of creation, not resisting it. The mechanics of harmonic calibration. The mechanics of harmonic calibration is the intentional, energetic restructuring of a relationship, turning the chaotic demands of time and space into a sanctuary of deep, focused connection. It is the practice of prioritizing depth over duration, ensuring that the energy exchanged is of a high frequency, protected from external interference. Restructuring time and space. The calendar is altar. When schedules are demanding, time becomes a scarce resource. To calibrate, you must change your relationship with it. A calendar is no longer a list of tasks, but an altar, where specific slots are offered as holy time, devoted entirely to the relationship. By scheduling these moments, you create anticipation and honor the commitment to each other, treating these times as untouchable. High-frequency presence. The quality of interaction matters more than the quantity. 5 minutes of absolute, soul-to-soul presence carries a higher frequency than 5 hours of distracted sitting together. This occurs when you are fully present, facing one another, and focusing on the connection rather than external distractions, such as phones. High-frequency love feels safe in the middle of chaos, creating a shared bubble of peace, often referred to as relational safety. The art of deepening. Depth in a relationship is developed through consistency and vulnerability rather than merely spending years together. High-vibrational partners often do heavy inner work, resulting in intense self-awareness and the ability to feel tension before it's spoken. The goal is to move from a surface-level relationship to an outer-worldly connection, where both partners feel safe enough to be seen and celebrated. Protecting the energy. Boundaries as shields. High-frequency love invites envy or chaotic distractions. Your boundaries are not walls to lock people out, but shields designed to protect the purity of your shared energy. Similar to how a wave trap works in electricity to block high-frequency interference, you must implement measures, boundaries, that block the interference of demanding jobs or outside opinions. By managing the ebb and flow of external inputs, you keep the plumbing of your relationship tight, ensuring that the connection doesn't leak or lose energy to distractions. Constant recalibration. Relationships are living, growing things, not static statues to be placed on a pedestal. They require regular calibration to stay in balance. This requires tracking your order of importances, or what you are giving your time, energy, and attention to. Using tools like shared calendars or post-it notes to coordinate schedules ensures that your inner lives and external schedules remain in alignment. The quantum inversion of energy. Human love often operates like a closed system, an exchange of energy based on, I will give to you if you give to me. This creates scarcity, as you are dependent on the return to feel fulfilled, often leaving you exhausted or feeling resentful when the return doesn't match the input. You are shifting to a state where you generate light, love and energy, simply because it is your nature to do so, not because you need light back. Like a star, you give without keeping score. This acts as a quantum inversion, flipping the model from seeking external validation to radiating internal truth. By releasing the need for a specific return, you tap into an infinite source, moving from love as a product to love as an energy field. Anchoring the matrix. This is the high vibrational, spiritual reality where connection is effortless and unconditional. To make this high vibrational state stable in physical reality, 3D, you must anchor it through small, daily, reliable touchpoints. These are practical, tangible actions, a kind word, a supportive text, intentional presence, or a shared, quiet moment. These tiny, physical anchors bridge the gap between high spiritual ideals, unconditional love, and daily, tangible existence, ensuring that your spiritual growth is sustainable and grounded, not spacey. The vulnerability vector in quantum fusion, emotional armor, defenses built to keep you safe, actually keeps you isolated and limits your capacity to experience profound love. Dropping the armor creates a vulnerability vector, a pathway for authentic connection. This is not weakness, it is the deliberate, courageous choice to be open. As you and another person both drop your armor, your energy fields, frequency, harmonize, synchronizing in a state known as quantum entanglement or fusion. At this level, two particles exist as one, making them inseparable. This signifies a bond so deep that the two separate ego fields have fused, making separation impossible because your realities have merged at a quantum level. Engineering the monolithic construct, the passing sparks, are the temporary emotional highs, passion, infatuation, and validation that burn brightly but consume themselves. Building an eternal monument means moving past this, focusing instead on a love that survives daily challenges and transcends the mundane. It is a commitment to constructing a lasting legacy, a deep, stable foundation designed for 3D density, the physical world. The celestial partnership, strong nodes. This partnership is not built on codependency, but rather on the union of two complete individuals. The individuals are referred to as nodes, distinct, strong, independent pillars of consciousness. Both parties are truly seen for who they are, their light, their darkness, their strengths, and their vulnerabilities. Nothing is hidden, it is an open, conscious partnership. The paradox, freedom versus unity. This construct hinges on a profound balance, absolute individual freedom. You do not lose your identity. You remain empowered to be your authentic self, cultivating your own growth and passions. Absolute romantic unity. Simultaneously, you are entirely devoted and joined at a deep spiritual level with your partner. The tension between these two creates a dynamic stability, ensuring the partnership doesn't become stifling or, conversely, distant. Ego burning and expanding consciousness. The bond serves as a spiritual crucible. The intimate merging of two perspectives inevitably challenges the ego, the defensive me, that seeks control and separation. Instead of acting only for individual gain, you operate from the vantage point of the partnership, the matrix, a shared reality that merges two consciousnesses. As ego-driven, narrow-mindedness dies, consciousness expands to encompass a higher perspective, moving from me to us, and eventually to all. Finally, this love is not just for the individuals involved, it is a manifestation that acts as a beacon. By creating this high-frequency, authentic, and monolithic love, you are providing a blueprint for others in this density, a tangible example of what is possible when partners, as two strong, independent, and fully witnessed beings, merge to create an eternal, transformative bond.